In this video, I'm going to talk about how to find out how much an item is actually selling for on eBay. I'm going to talk about some sprite pricing strategies that Jessica and I use when we are pricing items to sell on eBay. If you are new to the channel, my name is Joe. My wife and I, Jessica, we're full-time resellers. We buy liquidated goods and we turn around and we sell them for profit online. And today, talking about how to check how much an item has sold for on eBay. I know a lot of people probably already know how to do this, but during our unboxings, we get asked a lot of times about how to check how much an item is selling for on eBay. I know in a lot of unboxings and even on Extreme Unboxing, that a lot of times when somebody looked up the price, they checked to see what it was selling for and not actually how much it is sold for. And that's important, like especially for new resellers out there, people who are just starting out and are wanting to learn how to do this. That a lot of times, especially when you're doing unboxings, you're already excited, you're already in the moment, and you're just the dopamine is running high. You can look and check on eBay and like, oh, it's selling for this much money, but actually it's not selling for that much money. That's just what it's listed for, but that's not what actually it has sold for. And I know this is a live video. I did not intend for this to be a live video. Earlier today, I spent about 30 minutes filming this video, and then I spent probably an hour trying to edit the video only for the files that I had recorded to become corrupted. So we'll save some time at the end of the video to open up to ask questions and say hello to everybody. But for people who are watching this on the replay and are wanting to learn about this very subject, I'll go ahead and get right into the video. So how to check how much an item is selling for on eBay. Today, we're going to be looking at this MPOW X3. And if you order electronics mystery boxes, electronics pallets, you will probably see this brand MPOW a lot. And I like MPOW. I like this X3 MPOW model just because this one sells. It sells very, very quickly, which we are about to find out. So first, we're going to check how to look it up on a computer, and then I will show you how to look it up on your cell phone. And then after that, we'll talk about some strategy that we use when pricing items. So let's go ahead and look at the computer and how to look it up on the computer. So looking up here, we're just going to type, if you go to your home screen, wherever on eBay, you don't have to be logged in, but in the top section of the screen, there is going to be this search bar. And when you do it, just type in MPOW X3, which is what we're looking. Whatever it is that you want to look for, that's where you look it up. And then you just hit the search icon. So the first screen that pops up is the active listings. And that's the screen that a lot of people check when looking at prices. And that's not going to give you the information that you want to know. But we can look at it and see that there are 79 of MPOW X3 listed. The first one's priced $49.81, $49.99, $50.99. And I'm going to say, this is like a little side note. If you look here, this says sponsored, sponsored, sponsored. What that is that is sellers using the promoted listing features to what it is we are paying eBay. And I say we because this listing right here, that's my listing. That's Jessica and I's listing of one of these that we have for sale, is that we pay eBay a percentage if the item sells to the buyer. So like if a buyer selects the item from this sponsored part, then we have to pay a fee. I usually use 5% promoted fees to get these product placements. And here you see is I am the second in search. So there's 79 results, and there are lots and lots of them. But ours is number 2 in here. So you've got $49.81, $50.99, $44.99, $50.99, and so forth. So as I'm scrolling down, we're going to go ahead and go down to the bottom left corner of the screen, and we're going to check out solds, because this is the information that we want to know, is how much is it actually selling for? Not what is it listed for, but what is it selling for? So if you look here, today is March the 9th, and these have sold today. So there was 70 something listed, but there's 130 that have actually sold during the last 90 days. So 70 something listings, 130 sold. That is, when you're looking at prices, this is another side note for you guys out there, is that when you're looking at prices, is that you want to find items that are selling like this, that there are far more sold than there are active listings. That means that the demand is higher than the supply. So that is good. So looking on here, you've got one that sold for 25, one that sold for 40, one that sold for 45.29. Here's some different types of impound. That's not what we want. But then we've got 54.86, 55.99, a different brand of impound. The ones we're looking at, 52.63, 49.99. This is actually one of our listings that sold for 49.99. So that's how you check to see how much an item has sold for. And you can get really specific with it. And I would, like, if you have one that's brand new, you can check this new box over here. We're going to go ahead and just check open box, because that's the one that I have right here. This is a brand new open box item. As you see here, there's one that sold for $33.99 and ours sold for $49.99. And here shortly, I'll tell you our pricing strategy along with why I think ours sold for $16 more than the one that sold here, and they're in the same exact condition. So let's go ahead and show you how to look it up on your cell phone so that you can look it up there if you have a cell phone.
All right, so we're going to go through and we're going to check it on our phone now. We're going to go pull up the eBay app right here. While it's opening up, we're just going to go to the three horizontal. And if you have Apple, it may look a little bit different. I don't know. But you just go to the three lines to bring up the search bar there. Go to search. We're searching Impal X3 just as we were on the computer. And we're going to hit search. Then it brings up all the ones that are currently listed, that are active listings on the phone. What we are going to do is we're going to go to filter right here on the right-hand side. And then we're going to scroll down. It shows 74 results here. So it showed 77 on the computer. The exact number doesn't really matter, but it does show it there. And then we're going to go down to sold listings on the bottom right. And then this will show us the sold listings, and it's the exact same order as it was on the computer.
All right, so that's how you look it up on your phone. It's not that much different than your computer. It's just on your phone. You get the same information. I like looking up on the computer more than the phone, just because it's a lot easier. It's bigger. You can see everything. It's there for you to see. So let's go ahead and look back on this computer screen here, and I'm going to talk about our pricing strategy and how we price things, and then also why I think we got more money than these other ones here, because these are a brand like this is Open Box 42.85, Open Box 35, Open Box 42, Open Box 48, Open Box 34.99, Open Box 44.99. So why do I think that we got ours, or why do I think that we sold ours for more than what other sellers are selling theirs for? One, I know that they're selling for this much money. I say this much. I say $49.99. Is that this person here, when they sold it for $33.99, they actually had it listed for $39.99, right? But when you look at the two pictures, when people are searching, they look, this is what they see. They see our picture here, and then they see the other picture here. Like, it's the same. Like, our picture, the $49.91, $49.99, that is ours. That's our listing. Is that the picture looks so much cleaner and crisp to me versus the one that sold for $33.99. It looks like a big, it's not that it's bad, but it's just, you can't really look at the headphones. You can't see what kind they are. And that's a big reason why. And the same thing with like the one that's right below it, the one that's $42.85. Like it's like the outline, it's very, very dark. Our picture, it's clean and crisp. You can make your pictures clean and crisp like that, especially if you're listing from the phone. Is that it? And even other, not even if you're not using the eBay apps, there's applications out there that you can get for your phone that removes the background. So for us, that's what I did. I don't do it on every picture, but I do it on the first picture because that's the one that people see. I want to make sure that when they're scrolling, that the price, like that picture, it pops and it gets it. But also, another reason why I believe we get $49.99 is if you look on the active listings, right? Ours is the #1 item right here because we're using promoted listings. So granted, for us, we're using 5% promoted listings. So this one that we sold already for $49.99, we'll say $50 for simplicity, that we're paying $2.50 to eBay to put our listing in this preferential spot. So that's only the $2.50. So that's $47.50. Is that we looked at the solds, like ours sold for more than the other ones, right? So that is another reason why I believe we usually get more for items than other sellers, especially in this one. The third and fourth thing that I would say is that we offer free shipping and free returns. Is that we offer it. People they will pay a little bit more for an item when they have the confidence that if by chance there is something wrong with it, that they can return it without a hassle, that they know that they can open up a return request and they're going to be able to send the item back, right? And I get it. Like some people, they have different strategies, and I'm not even telling you for you to do it. I think every person that has their own eBay business, that they have to have a strategy as to why they do what they do, and then you own it, you stick with it, and that's it. But I believe that those are reasons why we get more for items than a lot of other people do. I mean, we're making $15 more than that $33 one. I wouldn't say making. I say we sold it for $16 more, $7 more than the other one. I mean, you can look and see, and we'll go back to the sold listings again, is that our items are selling for so many more than other people. So much more. Even this one here is $29.90, and it just shows a picture of the item. It doesn't show the headphones. It doesn't show any of that stuff. So when y'all are taking pictures, like pictures do matter. They do matter a lot. So what is our pricing strategy? We've talked about, how to look up prices on your phone and also on the computer. We've talked about why I believe we get more for items than a lot of other people do. Let's talk about our strategy and how we price things. So for us is when I price things, I'm going to go ahead and go off of OpenBox and get that off of here because I want the whole scope of things. So for us is I know that these items, the high price range for these particular headphones is $54.86 and $55.99 is the high end of what they're selling for in brand new condition. So for me, I know $5 less for this price range is probably a good deduction for an item selling in open box condition because it's still brand new, but it's open box. So for us, we'll price it for $49.99, and then we accept best offers. That any offer over $40, I'm willing to entertain. Granted, I know for this item particularly, I know that I'll be able to get $45, $46, $47, but I still have best offers on, and I do turn it on where it will automatically reject the offers that are below a certain price, because I don't want to mess around with those. I know there's the psychology of it is that some people, they just turn offers on, and then anybody can submit an offer. And the psychology of it is that sometimes people just make offers. They may make a low offer just to see if you'll accept it, just to see how motivated you are to sell. But they may already have a number in their mind that I will pay, like for this example, for this particular headphone, that if it's priced $49.99, then they may think, well, I'll pay $44 for it, but let me make an offer for $30 because maybe, just maybe, they'll sell it. And if they submit an offer for $30, then I would probably counteract to get $45. And then that's close enough to the price range that they may take, and they may go ahead and do it. So you never know. But we will price things at the higher end of what items are selling for on eBay, and then we will allow best offers so that we will accept an offer in the price range of what they are actually selling for. Like the one, like $33.99, that is priced way too low. But you look down here, you've got $42.85. It's selling for. You've got the $35 ones. Those are just priced way too low, in my opinion. They could have got way much more money for those. I say way much more money. They could have got $7 to $10 more for the item had they just priced it accordingly. But then here's another one, $42. You've got an open box, $48. $35. Again, it's too low, in my opinion. This person here, they priced it for $21. Granted, there may be shipping cost in there. Who knows? And this one, they looks like they did charge a shipping cost of $21. It doesn't show it here, but if it didn't charge for shipping, it would show free shipping on there. So those are the things that we look for when we price things, and why, our strategy. So I guess with that, we'll open up to questions. If anybody has any questions, has any comments, concerns, any of those things. Silhouette of a Stranger says that eBay equals crooks, that 10% per sale is greedy and inhumane. I don't believe that to be true. It's far cheaper than Amazon. It's a lower selling cost than Poshmark. It's the same selling cost as Mercari. Facebook is I think 5% now. So 10%, I don't believe it's greedy, inhumane at all, especially when you look at the amount of customers that eBay brings to the table. Is that, and I'll even show you. Let me go to another screen, and it will show you. I'm going to go to promoted listings screen, and it'll show you the amount of impressions that we get. And that just means the amount of customers that are actually looking at our items on a day-to-day basis. So let me go ahead and share this screen here. And that way you can see you've got, this is the promoted listings screen here. As you can see, that I'm getting anywhere from promoted listing impressions, anywhere from, the bottom 42,000 all the way up to the top 72,000 impressions. That means that 72,000 people are seeing my items each day. I will gladly pay 10% for that, because there's no traffic. If I was to have a brick and mortar store here in Conway, where I live, that there would be no way that I would be able to get that kind of traffic here in Conway. So like for me, 10%, that's easy. Like I'll do that all day long, because it's just part of doing business. It's a business cost. Like if you're at another place, it's it's just the amount of traffic. Let's see. Garage Flips Ken ask, how can you check an offer price? So let me see if I can find one real quick. If you can actually see, a lot of times you may have an item that's priced and you think that you have it priced right, but then in 2 months you realize that it hasn't sold, right? So it's been listed for a while, and I'll see if I can find one that I've had listed for a while so that we can get an idea of how many offers that has been put on it. So let's see. There may not be any offers on here. So bear with me for 1 minute, and that way I can see. It may not even show me on this screen here, but I know it will show you, Kent. If you click on the item itself, all right. I don't know what happened. I, it's just time of day. Wi-Fi going out. But Kent, you can check the offers. You can check to see on the, if you go to the active listings and you look on that item, if there has been an offer made on that item, it will show on there in the amount that they offered. I use that information when I am going back and I am looking at listings that haven't sold that I thought would sell, that I'm finding out. Because when you price things, like you price things, but sometimes the market value for those items goes down. And if you go back and look and you see that maybe you have an item priced for $50 and it doesn't sell, but then you go and you check the active listings, you see the offers that have been made on your item, and then you see that the offers that are making that are being made are from $30 to $38. Well, then you know that the price range for that item, maybe the item should be priced at $39.99 instead of $30. So I know that you can check it that way. Slock, I have no idea why your card declines. There's a lot more information that we would have to know. And then Walmart is selling, but eBay die. I think that's a difference. You know, Walmart only allows brand new items to be sold on their platform. You can't sell used items, whereas eBay is lots of used, lots of new open box. I believe that the eBay has positioned themselves, especially with the agreement with Bulk, where Bulk is now selling items on their website, that I believe that eBay is saying that, hey, liquidators, people who buy liquidated goods, this is a platform where you can come and you can sell those items, because you can't sell them on Walmart because they're not brand new. You can technically sell them on Amazon, but because the chain of custody has been broken, you take on a lot of risk when you do that. Because if you were to ever get like a copyright infringement or a counterfeit claim, that there's dispute those because you don't have a proper invoice from manufacturer or a wholesaler. And let's see. What do I think about eBay's new emails out to lookers? Don't like it. They offer free returns. I don't mind it because free returns is a selling point. That I don't have an issue with free returns. Does it suck when customer returns an item that they changed their mind or they didn't like it or didn't fit? Yes, it does. But I believe that, as just as I was talking about earlier, is that we get more for items than a lot of other people do on eBay because, one, we use promoted listings, two, we use free shipping, three, we use free returns. So people, they will pay a little bit more for an item just for the security of knowing that if I get it and maybe I don't like it, maybe I listen to these headphones, maybe I don't like the way that they fit in my ear, right? Then they know that they can return them. And I'm willing to pay that little bit extra, those $5 or $4 for that security. The amount of people that actually take advantage of free returns or abuse free returns, or the amount of people that actually return items because they didn't like it or it doesn't fit, it's maybe 5%. I may get one out of every 20, five out of every 100. And to me, it's worth getting more for all of my other items because I'm making more money overall. So I don't mind that at all. I think eBay, anything that they do to email people who have been looking, I think it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing for business. How long do you wait for payment from a customer, and what do you do when they don't pay? I'm currently going through this, open up eBay unpaid item case. So what I currently do, this is in the process of changing the first week, the second week of April, Mary Ellis, is that currently if they offer this, say it's $50, they make $45, right? They have 2 days technically to pay for it. They have 48 hours. So if they haven't paid for it in 2 days, then I open up an item not received, or an unpaid item case, right? And then if they still haven't paid in 4 days, then I can close the case and refund the buyer, right? But eBay's making the change, and it's supposed to take effect April, is that the new system going to be is that the buyer has 5 days to pay for the item. If they haven't paid for the item after 5 days, you can cancel the order and relist the item. You get your selling fees back, whatever fees that you would have paid, you get that all back, and then you can relist the item. So you technically have 1 day that you can list the item faster. Plus, you lose a step. You don't have to do 2 steps. You don't have to open up the case, and then you don't have to close the case. So it saves a step and it saves a day. Is it a perfect scenario? No, because I would love for eBay to require buyers to have a card on file. And if they make an offer on this item, that once I accept the offer, it takes the money from it. It makes them pay. Granted, I understand why they don't do that, because if you're a bargain shopper and say there's 3 sellers that are selling this headphone right here, and you make an offer to all of them for $40, what if 2 of them accept the offer? Then you're trying to have to buy 2 of them when you only want 1. So I understand why they don't do it, but I also would like something different. But I understand that it's the system that we have, and I will work within that system. Let's see any other questions. Yeah, Marilesh, you don't have to ship it until it's right now. It should show up in your awaiting shipment, or your awaiting payment. I'm sorry, it should be in the awaiting payment section, and then when you sell it, it will go to the awaiting shipment. So until they pay for it, you don't have to ship it, and I wouldn't ship it. Yeah, Patrick says detailed description is always our best defense, and it always is. we have a very detailed grading scale that we use for all of our items. We put it in there. If there's something, and I'll even show it to you on the screen here. I guess I should share it first. And but we use it for all of our listings. We put it in there for each one, and it's just right here. The 5-star rating system. It's actually, I don't know why 5-star. It's not technically 5-star. I used to have 5, but then there's new other, which is open box, and it goes through each one, the different that there might be. We also put that in the item description at the top of the listing here. Right here, it would show it in that item specifics section. But if there's a specific, there's something that's missing something, we put that in there in several places just to make sure that it's there, because accurate descriptions and pictures, I always like to do both of them, because not everybody reads and not everybody looks at the pictures. But if you have them both, then it's a lot easier to get eBay to step in for you and to get protected. So, but that's it. So that's the video I wanted to make for you guys today. If you're still watching on the replay and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We're going to start putting out how-to videos about eBay and liquidation, and focusing really on selling liquidation every Tuesday. I don't know the exact time. It'll be between 3 and 5, but once we get in the swing of it, we will have an exact time every week. And if you like unboxing videos, make sure you watch on Saturdays for those. And then we do live videos every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. And then we release vlogs every Sunday. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you found this video useful and you think somebody that you know would benefit from this video, please share it with them, as it would help us out. And if you're not in our reselling, it's not really a reselling group. It's a community group on Facebook. We talk a little bit about reselling, but we just talk a lot about life. So make sure you join that. There should be a link down in the description. And I guess that's going to do it for today. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, peace.